That is sport. Best of luck to the Aussies.
Indeed. Thank you, Alissa. Well, time to check finance now with Angela Cox. And Ange, the Aussie share market has snapped a two-day losing streak.
That's right. It had more to do with gains across Asian markets than yesterday's RBA decision to keep rates on hold, the ASX closing 34 points higher. It was a good day for iron ore and lithium miners. NAB shares fell as the bank's CEO stands down. The Aussie dollar rose, buying just over 65 US cents. Gold is trading higher while oil prices fell. And credit card figures from December show Australians spent $26.25 billion, down slightly on November. But that pre-Christmas spend up was $1.24 billion more than December 2022.
Thanks, Ange. Well, if you haven't heard, Taylor Swift mania is sweeping the country, but ticketless fans are being warned to stay away from the concerts.
Venue operators have moved to shut down the trend of Taylor-gating as scammers circle desperate fans.
Few global pop stars have the staunch, obsessive fandom and dizzying emotional pull like Taylor Swift.
I'm 100% going to cry. No doubt about it. I will be bawling my eyes out.
Less than 2 weeks out from the sold-out Australian leg of her world tour, the Swifties are buzzing. Anika Brunelli is travelling from Caboolture to attend 3 of Taylor Swift's Sydney shows. She's also made more than 400 friendship bracelets.
Everyone's so excited and just wanting to just get on the plane and go.
Then there's the outfits. Which Swift era will you make or choose? Serious business for retailers.
$271,000 in the last 3 weeks. It's been amazing.
There is a downside in what's being dubbed Tayflation. Direct one-way tickets from Brisbane to Melbourne the day before the first show started more than $400. The most expensive, above $1,000, travel the next day and you'll pay even more. Scammers are also preying on hundreds of fans, costing Australians $135,000. Those without a ticket are being warned to stay away from the MCG to prevent scenes like this in the US. Fans have splashed out $126 million on ticket sales alone. The knock-on spending effect on airfares, accommodation and dining is expected to inject an additional $220 million into the economy. As Australia braces for a superstar world tour, Taylor's version. Garth Burley, 7 News.
New weight loss drugs are offering hope to type 2 diabetics. The risks, benefits and costs explained next.
And a few showers starting to fall here across the Gold Coast. More details on what's happening tomorrow after the break.
Doctors have begun prescribing the next phase of weight loss injections, which supercharge the Ozempic effect and may soon come in pill form. But they want the costly drugs to be subsidised for everyone to tackle obesity and ward off diabetes.
They're the diabetes drugs which have proven weight loss wonders. And soon they'll do even more.
In the next 5 years, we will have the great potential to put type 2 diabetes into remission.
Ozempic was one of the first diabetes injections to reduce appetite as well. Now newer, more powerful drugs are moving in, like Mounjaro, which takes the Ozempic appetite effect to all new levels and could soon come in pill form.
In addition, these medications, they all come with side effects.
With patients paying up to $1,700 a course, the Australian Diabetes Society wants the drugs subsidised for all.
Once you get to that point when you're causing 25% weight loss, you are truly managing obesity as a disease.
2 in 3 Australian adults are now overweight. 1.2 million are diabetic as well. But losing just 10% of your weight can help dodge the diabetes threat.
But the health department says it relies on the independent expert advice from the Pharmaceutical Benefits Advisory Committee, and that medication can only be subsidised if it's recommended.
And a warning to those already using the injections.
When people stop the medication, they can get weight regain. So yes, there are concerns with regards to yo-yo weight changes.
Lucy McLeod, 7 News.
Weather time now. Here's Paul Burt.
Thanks for that, Maxie. Hello, everybody. Coming to you live from Broadbeach Waters this evening here on the Gold Coast. A little bit of gusty wind just starting to kick in, tells us there's a few more showers on the way. I'm sure we'll wake up to those tomorrow as well. Today's temperatures, everybody, had highs about 30 degrees across most of the southeast, including the city, down about 25 degrees overnight. To the west around Ipswich, highs of 31, 23 throughout the evening, and 24 to 30 here on the Gold Coast, 24, 31 sunny coast. To the charts now, you can see that inland trough pushing through the central parts of Queensland, bringing some more showers. We had that trough just snuck off the northern New South Wales coastline, and clearly with that big high pushing through into the Tasman, we're going to see that southeast trade really ramping up over the coming days, bringing more isolated showers onto the coast. The low sitting out the Coral Sea is not really doing too much at this stage. What we're going to see tomorrow around the nation is overcast conditions for Sydney, 20 to 25 degrees, rather cool down there. 11, 24, partly cloudy for Canberra, similar for Melbourne, clear skies for Adelaide, 14 to 29. Back to the tropics now, a couple of showers starting around Cairns, Townsville and Mackay with a high of 32 degrees. 35 and a few showers also for Mount Isa, storm set for Weipa. Further south now, it's going to be partly cloudy for Rockhampton through to Gladstone and into Bundaberg, highs of 32 to 33 degrees. Staying that way for Emerald as well, 24 to 35. A couple of showers just tickling around at Longreach, 38 degrees, very muggy day up there. And also around the coastal stretches, pretty much Hervey Bay through to Gympie with a high of 31, down to 23 to 24 overnight. And those showers will extend into the west around Toowoomba, 19 to 25 degrees. So keep the brolly handy. In the southeast, we're going to wake up to a few showers pushing through. Highs of only about 8 to 10 millimetres. Not a lot, but just enough to make the roads slippery on the way to work. Top of 30 degrees at Ipswich, 21 overnight. 23 to 29 Bayside, 23 to 30 for Redcliffe, similar for the Sunshine Coast, and a high of only 28 down here in the Goldie. On the water, southeast winds 25 knots, seas 1.5 metres. It's going to be rough out there, forget it. In the city, 23 degrees tonight with a high of 30 and a few isolated showers, again between 5 and 10 millimetres. And looking ahead, staying that way through till about Monday with a top of 30 degrees on Sunday, 22 overnight, similar for Ipswich. Through to Sunday with a high of 31 degrees and then clearing up next week, similar for the Gold Coast though. Friday through to Sunday and Monday, highs of 28 degrees, down to 22 overnight for the Sunshine Coast. Showers staying a little bit longer, 22 to 29 degrees now, and that's going to stay till Tuesday, team. A few showers, enough to keep the tanks topped up.
Sounds all right, all right. Thank you, Bertie. Now, before we go, here's a story you won't want to miss tomorrow night.
In 7 News, Queensland's IVF generation. 1 in 6 babies given life this way. The breakthrough technology making families come true.
Certainly seen a rapid increase in demand.
IVF, more available and more successful, and why it's about to get even better. 7 News at 6.
That's all from us this Wednesday. Thanks for your company.
From all the team, have a good night.
Good night.